And the music is ending, boy. It's time for us to start talking. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully, Carol. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Thank
Good.
you. Well, I can't believe we're already in episode 6.
Episode 6, and we have some serious information to share today.
Yes, very important key information. So let's start.
Let's start. What are we talking about today?
Well, this is one of the less understood but such an important topic for business owners that we, to our surprise, throughout the days and the weeks and our phone calls and our conversations with our clients, they don't know much about it, even
They don't
though
know. Mhm.
even though they have been in business for quite a while or just recently, or they have several business before, or they just want to start a new one and have some knowledge. So
Yeah, I'm
such
continually surprised at how many
Mhm.
people say business credit. What's that?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is it, and how do I get it? So that's what
Mm-hmm.
we're going to try to quickly cover today, because normally it's a 1 hour webinar that we do all over the country, and sometimes in
Yes.
person presentations. So we're going to try to hit the key points here in a
Mm-hmm.
podcast and see how well we do. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
all right. So we were talking beforehand, and you mentioned that people often call and say, I've used my savings, I've used my credit cards. They've painted themselves into a corner, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they're like, okay, what are we do? Like, what are we gonna do? And then also they ended up hurting their personal business credit as well.
Yeah, the personal credit gets hurt.
And there's kind of like an end of the road. Like, where do we turn now?
Yep. And
And
if they had known about business credit sooner, they might not be in this situation.
absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah,
So let's jump on that. Let's
yes,
jump on business credit. So
mm-hmm.
business credit itself is credit that is not tied to you personally, but is
Exactly.
tied to your business, either an existing business you have now or a future business you're going to set up, right? That future
Mm-hmm.
entity. And so it when you get to that point where you've established business credit correctly,
Mm-hmm.
the lending decisions, the decisions to issue credit to your company are made based on the company's proven ability to pay its bills, not yours.
Exactly.
In the early days of a startup, in the early days of a business, all those lending decisions are based on the owner's credit. Okay. That's just how it has to be, because there's no business history yet, right? But when we build this business credit, we get to where, okay, it's no longer on me. My FICO score doesn't really matter. I mean, it always matters, but it doesn't matter in this case for that business to get the funding.
Ex-
The business is judged on the business's history and on its credit. And so there are a lot of things you can do with business credit that you can't do with personal credit, and you can get so much more funding for business credit, right?
Absolutely. And this is what I love when we talked about on the webinar and you mentioned, and that is that super golden question that is like, when is the time to start
Yep. Yeah.
to start creating business credit? When is it?
Well, it was 30 years ago, but
Mm-hmm.
otherwise it's right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Back to that old question. When's the
Mm-hmm.
best time to plant a tree? 30 years ago. And the next best
Mm-hmm.
time is right now. If you don't have that tree, you gotta do it right now. So
Yeah.
business credit is not necessarily something that you earn and grow overnight, but we have some steps that we share that if you follow and follow in the correct order, between 18 and 24 months from now,
Yeah.
instead of begging the banks for money, we can flip the tables entirely and have the banks chasing you with
Yeah.
offers for free or no cost. Well, no cost and free is the same thing, but no cost or low cost capital,
Absolutely.
which is a great place to be. Great place to be.
It is, because then you can have that room to sit down, meditate, and make the right decision and not just taking the first only choice
Oh,
available, which
good
is
point.
some of the times, and most of the times we've seen it, merchant cash advance,
Oh,
which ended up killing your personal credit. And then it's really going to be super hard to start
super hard.
building
Yep.
your business credit. So please, like,
Yeah.
the time is
Soup.
now.
super hard on a company's cash flow when they take a merchant cash advance. We don't do merchant cash advances here at
Nope.
Otro because they're just, we think they're predatory. Texas just
Yes.
outlawed them a couple weeks ago. Um,
Great.
and it's been an option for people who had no other options.
Exactly.
But we don't go down that road. We don't want to do that because if you think you have cash flow problems now, just get a merchant cash advance or two, and you'll find out how hard it really is. So
Hmm.
you don't want that.
We
So
have quite a few clients coming to Otro and calling us so we can help them to really pay those off
yeah,
and start building back their personal credit and then their business credit. So
exactly right.
we
Exactly right.
we don't want you to be in that position. We want you to start building it the right way.
The right way. Yep. And there
Hmm.
is a right way. And that's what
Yes.
we're going to try to cover quickly here today. So,
Yes.
um, Karol, give, if you will, a description or an explanation of how business credit is different than personal credit. But begin by explaining what are the what are the factors that determine your personal credit, because
Hmm.
they're often opposite what determines your credit from a business standpoint. So if you'll talk about personal,
Yes.
I'll talk about business.
Yes. So this is great. And I'm going to try to complete, like, talked about each of them.
Mm-hmm.
So the business and the personal credit score, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
is comprised of determining how much money you have borrowed already
Mm-hmm.
and like right now.
Yep.
And then how long ago you borrowed the money.
Mm-hmm.
That's super important. And how much of your existing credit you are using right now, which
Yep.
is key also for the banks and the lenders, and
Mm-hmm.
how good or bad your payment history is. And we do this every day,
Yeah. Yeah.
all
Every day.
day.
Yeah.
And how often you ask to borrow money or use credit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like if the banks or lenders see you desperate, and then we see those inquiries go up and it just start messing things around. So just
Mm-hmm.
pace yourself and try to use your credit the best way
Mm-hmm.
possible. How recently do you ask for credit or to borrow money? And the types of credit you're using. Is it for a
Yes.
mortgage? Is it for a student loan? Is it for a car loan? Or is it for a credit card? So all those things, um it seems like the personal credit bureaus, you can just sometimes you feel like is they're waiting for punish you because
Yeah.
you're doing all those things
Yep.
when you're just trying to get your business afloat or your personal credit.
That's right.
Mhm.
It seems like they just can't wait to punish you, right?
Yes.
Oh, you want some credit? Ding. Oh, you're
Hmm.
using credit? Ding, right?
Oh, you're asking for money too much. Okay.
Yeah, ding. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So
Mhm.
in the world of business credit, it's nearly opposite. You're
Yes.
not penalized for asking for credit. You're not penalized for using credit. In the business credit world, the more you ask for credit, the more they reward you.
Mhm.
If your business credit card happens to be maxed out, well, here's another one. It's just
Mhm.
it's this opposite universe. Now you still have to pay everything on time,
Of
right?
course.
Because that's always the great measuring stick of credit is, are you paying back your debts on time? And
Mhm.
so with business credit, that's the only commonality really. The
Mhm.
major commonality between personal credit and business credit is, yes, you still have to pay on time.
Correct.
But business credit rewards you the more you ask for it. It's like the more they'll give you. It's a different world. So there are definitely limits on what you can accomplish with your personal credit,
Of course.
but you can get so much more with your business credit. Okay,
Mhm.
so there are three bureaus that kind of control our lives with our
Yes.
personal score, and those three are
Equifax,
mhm,
TransUnion, and Experian.
exactly.
Mhm.
Now, in the business world, there are also three bureaus that control your information:
Mhm.
Equifax Business, Experian Business, but the big one is Dun and Bradstreet. Okay,
Mhm.
and so they compile your company's payment history. Did you borrow money? Are you late? Are you paying on time? And then they create a score. So just like we have personal credit scores, right? And by the way, a 700 is a perfectly good personal credit score.
I was going to tell you that on the
Mhm.
personal side, 700 or higher is desirable or generally sufficient to us
Yep,
for money,
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. And so in the business world, Dun and Bradstreet puts together a score they call Paydex,
Mhm.
Paydex, a Paydex score.
Yeah,
And that's on a scale of 0 to 100. And so if you have an 80,
that's
80,
good.
80 on Paydex, great, right?
Mhm.
That means you're low risk as a business and you're most likely going to pay your bills. And so here comes the credit, right? Everyone's
Mhm.
going to give you credit in that case. Okay,
Yes.
so then I've got don't let my daughter see me with my
The
reading
three
glasses. She will
numbers.
laugh me out of here. Yep.
The
So
three
if somebody's
numbers, no.
yeah, somebody wants to get their business credit set up now. Okay. I just started a business this morning. What are the numbers I need to know? I'm planting my tree right now. What are the three most important numbers I need to get started?
Absolutely. So the three numbers to know for business credit are the EIN
Mm-hmm.
or the FEIN tax
Same thing.
number,
Yep.
that is issued for the IRS,
Right.
and EIN stars and stands for and
Employer identification number.
number,
Yep.
employer
Yep.
identification number, and
Mm-hmm.
then the second one is the
Mm-hmm.
Experian BIN number.
Mm-hmm.
So you need
Business
to
identification number. Mm-hmm.
you need to start working on those in order. And
Mm-hmm.
then the DUNT number, like you just mentioned,
Yep.
is a score of 80 or higher,
Is
which
our
is
goal.
yes, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
desirable because it will give you better rates in case you need to for
Definitely.
and so
That's the key to business credit is getting a Paydex of 80 or higher. Absolutely.
yes.
So your EIN is a number given to you by the IRS the
Hmm.
moment you decide I'm opening a business. So you go to the
Yeah.
website, they issue you a number. That's your number. Never lose that number.
No.
That's your number, right? And then you go to Experian and register with them as well as Dun and Bradstreet, right? Those are
Yes.
those are the three those are the three you got to have. Okay. So
Correct.
once you've done that, there are 7 very specific steps then that you have to follow and in order and do it right in order to lay that continue to build out that foundation, the
Hmm.
foundation for business credit. You want to walk us through those?
Absolutely. So those
Mm,
7 steps in order. The first one,
mm,
get the EIN number
Yep.
and register your business in your state or the state of your choice. I love
hmm
when you mention that one of your favorites, of course, since your experience as a serial entrepreneur of,
hmm
you know, um, looking for your ninth
Yeah.
business right now.
Right. Yeah.
It's Utah, Texas, and Florida. Actually, they have great benefits. Is
hmm
the rates are actually really good too. And
Very business friendly. Their
yeah,
websites are very easy.
yeah,
Opening an LLC in any of those states, Texas, Florida, Utah, easy, and I totally endorse them. Yeah, they
yeah.
make it very easy. Yeah, some states
Mm.
make it really hard, and some states don't seem to like business, and I won't name them, um, but people generally know who they are.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, our second one. Open a business bank account. Do not mix it with your personal account
Yeah.
or your personal funds.
Right.
Please don't, because then it will be just, and it's easier if you have a bank that you have history with. Go
hmm
talk to your banker. Say, hey, I'm interested in opening a business account. Can you walk me through, explain to me?
Yep.
And will be easier if you feel comfortable, or just use those big banks or tier one banks. They're more reliable. They have
Yep.
experience, that love business owners. They're
Yep.
always supporting them. Do it.
Yep.
The third one, get a domain name or set up a website.
hmm
So it's right now is easier than
uh
ever. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Cheap and easy. Yeah. And
yes,
and this is because this is okay. So I get people saying sometimes, well, I'm not a web-based business. I'm a pest control guy or I'm a boat fixer or something. Um, and it doesn't matter because
no,
when you're asking for credit or a loan, the lenders are gonna do an online search about you. And if they
yes,
can't find you online, they're not going to think you're serious about being in business, and that's going to be a knock against you is that you don't even have a website.
Yeah,
So,
or if you have that business name and then is at Yahoo, at Gmail,
oh,
at
for your
Hotmail,
emails,
it
yeah,
just yes, that
yeah,
also is like, okay, we need like a serious domain, like website
yeah.
domain.
So
um,
that's why our email addresses have our name and at otrofinancial.com. We own the domain. We have a website. It's not, you know, loansfromboyd at gmail.com. That'd be
exactly.
terrible. Who'd
Listen,
go for that?
this is
Yeah.
kind of
So,
sketchy.
so get a
Yeah.
domain and
Mm.
have your email connected to it as well, and have a simple website, if nothing else, just a simple, clean website for
Mhm.
social proof.
Yeah, like I told you, is easier now than before days. It's
Yeah,
cheaper, like you say. There's so many options out there that you can just look into. The fourth
definitely.
one, set up a business email with your um,
Yep.
business domain, no
Yep.
Gmail. So we just
No
talked about
Gmails.
it. And then the fifth, set up a real business phone number.
Yes, this is
Mm-hmm.
important because,
No.
again, if the bank is doing research on you and they say, please give your name, and the Google voice will try to find the subscriber, like, oh, come on. Is this a
Yeah.
real business, or am I calling somebody's extra cell phone in the garage? It's got to be a real number.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
can be a mobile number. That's fine, but it needs to be an actual real number dedicated
Yes.
to that business.
Only for the business.
Yep.
Yes. The sixth, register your DUNS number
Yeah.
and it's
Get that number.
free.
Yep.
It's
Yeah, to
free.
get your DUNS number, it's free. Now they're probably going to try and sell you an annual credit report package, or so wade through those waters carefully. Um,
Mhm.
but you can get your DUNS number registered for free, and you need to.
Yes. And number seven, list your business in online directories that is free right now. Like that, social media, the
Yep.
propaganda, it's now more available than ever. Use
Yep.
it.
Again,
Yeah.
because bankers are going to be looking for you online, and if they can't find you, you don't show up in the Chamber of Commerce listings. You don't show up in the yellow page. And there's still a yp.com. Believe it or not, there's still a yellow pages online.
Mhm.
And you don't even appear there. They're just going to say these guys aren't real. I'm not lending money to them. I'm not taking a risk on them. They
Mhm.
need to see that you're a de facto business. So,
Mhm.
yep.
And I wanted to highlight specifically now. We have people is like, oh, this is overwhelming for me. Find your closest score mentor, please.
Great point. Yep.
Yes, they
Score
will.
mentors,
Yeah,
SBDC mentors, definitely let
they're
them help you.
volunteers. Most of them are
Hmm.
already retired. They're being successful in their business or multiple businesses. They're being through the well, like
Uh-huh.
hard waters and have learned from their own mistakes.
Yeah.
What a better option to really have a mentor that will guide you through step by step to do it.
So many of them have already done what you're trying to do. You
Mhm.
can avoid some mistakes by working with a mentor from SCORE or SBDC, either one. So,
Yeah, and it's for
no,
free now, so let's take advantage of that.
definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of resources to help entrepreneurs, a lot of them.
Yes.
So,
So good point.
okay. So, those are the 7 steps to establish that credit.
Yeah.
And then we've talked about Dun and Bradstreet. We
Mhm.
mentioned Equifax Business and we mentioned Experian Business. You need
Mhm.
to go get registered with them as well. Now,
Yes.
they're probably going to find a way to charge you for something, and that's just the way it is. Just bite the
Mhm.
bullet, pay the money. You have to appear in those listings.
Yes.
There's just no way around it. If you want business credit, you have to appear in the business credit databases.
Yes, because Equifax business or Experian business, once you open that EIN number, they
Mhm.
already will have access to those
Yes.
reports. They will
Yep.
know about your business right
Y-
away. So this
Yeah.
is important because
Little
Mhm.
online robots go and scrape everything that
Yeah.
happens every day. And so you might find there's a report about you, and you might see you have a negative score. What does that mean? Is it time
Yeah.
to freak out because you have a negative paydex score?
No.
Nope. It
You're
just means there's not enough history yet to actually generate a score. So
you're
let's get to it. Let's get busy.
you're building that way up. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Mhm. All right.
I think it's time to then reveal the big secret about business credit.
Yes.
So once you have laid the foundation, you've been registered, you've got your domain, you've got you've got your numbers, you're established in these directories. That's the foundation.
Yeah.
And now the next thing you have to do, here's the big secret, is establish trade lines with companies who report your payment activity to the credit bureaus.
Yes.
That is the big secret right there. I mean, that's the $1 million answer. That's surprisingly insider information. There, across the whole world of vendors, people that you can buy from. We need for the office, we need cleaning supplies and copy
Hmm.
paper and pens and all the different things that we need. You need to buy those from companies who report your activity to Dun and Bradstreet, for example, and they'll show that you have a good payment history. And after a little while, your paydex score goes up. And then there's another level of vendors that you can buy from once you actually have a paydex score. So we call them tier 1 and tier 2.
Hmm.
And tier 1 companies, I should clarify, are the vendors who will let anybody, just by asking, anybody can come get what are called terms, like net 30.
Hmm.
So I can place an order right now, they'll deliver it to the office, and I have 30 days to pay it. Okay, a net 30. That's a
Beautiful.
trade line. That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they will report my payment activity to them. Now, in tier 2, they are larger, better known companies, but you have to already have an 80 paydex score to do business with them. And so you're kind of graduating, working up this
Mm.
staircase of eligibility as your payment history becomes better and better known. So in tier 1, these are companies that maybe aren't really super well known, but we have a list of them. If you want to refer to our one of the recordings of our webinars on our website at otrofinancial.com,
Yes.
you can take screenshots of the
Mhm.
companies in tier 1 who will grant credit to anybody who asks. Okay. And you want to go 3 or 4 payment cycles with those guys, buying things from them. And then you can move up to tier 2, uh, for which you have to have an 80 paydex score. And then
Mhm.
you do business with them 3 or 4 months or so. You're doing business with them. And then you're, at some point, you're getting really close to what we call the free money club,
Yes.
the super high credit, business credit, where you start getting the banks chasing you with offers for free or almost free capital. And excuse me, and that is a really great place to be. And so if a business owner had begun this process 18 months ago, 24 months ago, by the time they reach the 2-year mark, they're going to
And
have all sorts of options, and they're going to have, literally, they will have banks chasing them with offers for capital. And
absolutely.
the most important thing you can have as a startup is cheap capital. And so here's how you do it. So if anybody wants to learn more about this, again, we have this webinar recorded and available on demand in English and Spanish on our
Yes.
website. And so the full reveal of all the secrets are there
S-
in those
Step by
recordings.
step.
Literally step by step. Don't cheat
Mhm.
the system. Don't try to
No.
go tier 3 when you need to go tier 1. And if you go watch one of those webinars, one of your favorite little tips is there, which teaches somebody that there's a bank that will allow you to take your personal vehicle and transfer ownership to the business, right? When your
Yes.
business credit's good enough, which is nice because it takes that payment off of your personal budget, puts it on the business. It just transfers the liability away from you. Your credit score goes up because your debt to income ratio improves. Anyway, there's a lot of reasons why you'd want to do that. But that's one of the bonuses that you learn about when you invest the time and watch the full webinar.
Yes. And also, if you want to watch it, we have more coming up. Of course,
Hmm.
you want to be live and you want to participate, ask questions, but yeah, is there available? And the
Definitely.
beauty of this is, I wish I would have known this before, right?
Hmm.
But it's when you have that 2-year mark, you don't have to be at that point like, okay, I already spent all my savings. I maxed out all my personal credit cards. And now I need more capital.
Hmm.
I need more cash flow. Is like the 2-year mark, you're going to be prepared and ready. Like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, anywhere from 18 to 24 months, you can have that business credit established, and you have the banks chasing you with offers,
Yeah.
which is such a better place to be than where we get so many people just begging the banks for help. So, Karol, I think I hear music. I think our time today is over.
I know it went so fast, but
It did.
what important topic to talk about.
Critical. Yep. For any business owner, anybody who wants to start a business, knowing this can save your bacon. Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right.
So, if you need help, or if the banks say no, what do we do?
Well, it's not the end of the road. We always have options. So let's look at those options together.
And call Otro Financial. We're here to help you all the way.
Right. Okay. Until next time.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.